A non-conference clash on a Sunday afternoon from Cassell Coliseum as Virginia Tech hosts the number 11 Tennessee Lady Vols, a women's basketball matchup from Blacksburg. We welcome you in here on 3304 Sports. I'm Jake Lyman. My partner today, Giovanni Heater. Gio, we got a great game today. Just the 10th time these two teams have matched up. 7 straight wins for Tennessee to start the series history, but back-to-back for the Hokies. They try and make it 3 straight and get a signature win early in their season.
Yeah, the Hokies trying to make it 3 straight, like you just said, Jake. The last matchup between Tennessee and Virginia Tech was back in 2016. That was right here in Blacksburg at Cassell Coliseum. The Hokies took that one, final score 67-63, so it was a tight matchup. That was the first year of Virginia Tech women's basketball head coach Kenny Brooks. So now he matches up with Tennessee, the Volunteers, for the second time in his tenure here with the Hokies.
And you look at this matchup, a historic program on one side for Tennessee. It's very strange to say that 1982 was the first NCAA tournament for women's basketball. Tennessee has made it to the NCAA tournament every single year since 1982. Virginia Tech, before last year, had a 15-year drought. Always tough to face this team in Tennessee. Pat Summitt laid the groundwork, and now we see Kelly Harper taking over, her former player.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee historically is the most profound program in women's collegiate basketball. 18 NCAA Final Four appearances, 8 national championships, 35 SEC titles, 21 WBCA All-American players. I mean, this is as good as it gets. They're up there with UConn, and I'd say they're, historically the better program than UConn. This is an elite basketball program, but they had some struggles as of late in recent history, especially after the departure of Pat Summitt. In comes Kelly Harper, who was a member of the Volunteers squad, played under Pat Summitt for 4 seasons. She won 3 national championships in her time as a guard with the Volunteers, so it's really cool to have that full circle come about where she's coming to be the new head coach at Tennessee. This is, again, her 3rd season with the Volunteers, but one of the best programs in college basketball. The Hokies could really have their hand full.
Kelly Harper has the Lady Vols up to 11th in the country, as I mentioned, 45-18 in her 3 seasons in Knoxville. On the other side for the Hokies, Kenny Brooks in his 6th season with Virginia Tech, and he's got something going for him going into this game, Gio. He has never lost a non-conference game inside this building, Cassell Coliseum. Hokies trying to extend that today to 48 straight.
That would be absolutely incredible if you're Virginia Tech. And just think about that, Jake. From where this program started when Kenny Brooks took over to where they've come to now, I mean, they started this season ranked in the AP top 25. They were as high as 24 before falling out. Now they're second in the receiving votes category, so technically you could say maybe 27th in the country, right, if you're getting nitpicky here. But this is a really good basketball team. They struggled a little bit in Puerto Rico, lost a game to Missouri State, and there's a little bit of a storyline with that, how Kelly Harper was a former head coach at Missouri State, but that's just kind of an interesting underlying of this game. But Virginia Tech, though that they struggled in Puerto Rico a little bit, still were able to come away 1-1 from that trip, and now they find themselves back home at Cassell Coliseum. Full ACC schedule ahead of them, but first they have a huge non-conference opportunity, and what a big one it is to take on the 11th ranked team in the country coming from the SEC, a powerhouse in college basketball.
And the Hokies coming off a big win in Madison in the Women's ACC Big Ten Challenge back on Wednesday, a 10-point victory over the Wisconsin Badgers. Let's dive into this matchup, Gio. Looking at Tennessee, we talked about it a little bit earlier. They have been so profound on defense. The offense has struggled a little bit, but they made up for it with that great stop attack on the other side, and that's led by Tamari Key, 4th in the country in blocks right now.
Yeah, Tamari Key is absolutely incredible, and Tennessee ranks number 3 in the country in field goal percentage defense, allowing teams to shoot only 30.5% from the field. They're also number 2 in the nation in rebounds average per game. That's 49 a contest. They've eclipsed 50 rebounds in their past 4 matchups. Virginia Tech, a team a little bit on the smaller side. They have a size disadvantage at almost every single position when you're looking at them squared up on paper against Tennessee. So as well as Tennessee rebounds the basketball and plays that suffocating defense, it's going to be really difficult for Virginia Tech to get over that. And I think you need your grab graduate senior Asia Shepherd to absolutely step up and play big today. She's one of the most elite players in the Atlantic Coast Conference, representing this conference today against the SEC. She's got 12.5 points per game, shoots it nearly 40% from the field. She's also 42% from beyond the arc. She's an elite player, but she's been a little bit of a rut here. Only a combined 16 points in the last 3 matchups. The Hokies are going to need Asia Shepherd to kind of pick up the slack a little bit here today and get herself back in the scoring category big time.
And it's rare for Asia Shepherd ever to not score in double digits. She hasn't done it in 3 straight games. Again, going to be huge for her to bounce back here. Mentioned Tamari Key on Tennessee's side, but it's going to be possibly the most important matchup of this game. Key versus Elizabeth Kitley, the 2 centers. Both have been phenomenal this year. Kitley more on the offensive end, Tamari Key on the defensive end. I think whoever wins that matchup could end up winning the game for their team today, Gio.
Yeah, Elizabeth Kitley leads the Hokies in scoring this season with 19.6 points a game. She also led the Hokies in scoring last season with 18.2 points per game. She was a first-team All-ACC player. She was a finalist for the Lisa Leslie Award. I mean, she's absolutely incredible. And then on the other side, when you look at Tamari King, she's a stud as well. Just a junior, and both of them actually juniors coming into this one. And here's where I look at the most here is their size, right? You have Elizabeth Kitley at 6'6", and you have Tamari Key at 6'5". So the one position where Virginia Tech does have that one advantage, and then you look at the rebounding category, and this is what sticks out: 9.9 rebounds a game for Key, and then on the other side for the Hokies, 9.4 rebounds a game for Elizabeth Kitley. So these two statistically are almost a mirror image of each other. Again, Kitley more profound offensively, Tamari Key more profound defensively, but watching those two go at it is going to be something special. It's going to be like watching a great quarterback and a great defense. It's going to be an exciting matchup here today at Cassell Coliseum.
Going to be fun to watch in the paint as those two go at it. Let's go through the starting lineups for today's game between the Lady Vols and the Hokies, starting with the visiting team from Knoxville. At guard, Alexis Dye, the graduate forward from Birmingham, Alabama. One of just 2 players on this team averaging double-digit points. Jordan Walker also playing guard, the graduate transfer from Western Michigan, averaging 6 points, 4 rebounds on the season. We mentioned Tamari Key in the paint, going to be huge at the pivot spot, the center from Cary, North Carolina. Tess Darby will also be on the outside at guard, the sophomore from Greenfield, Tennessee, coming back from injury last year, averaging 5 points per game. And then Jordan Horsten, the junior guard from Columbus, Ohio. Gio, looking at her, she has been the best player on this team all season long, averaging a double-double, and was named SEC Player of the Week after her performance in Las Vegas last week.
Yeah, she's also a multiple-time ESPN Player of the Week a season ago. South Point Shootout MVP as well. She was on the Ann Myers Drysdale preseason watch list coming into this season, and she was a very highly touted recruit coming out of high school as well. Number 2 overall in her class, the number 1 guard in her class, a 5-star recruit in 2019, and she was also the MVP of the 2019 McDonald's All-American game. To put it plain and simple, Mr. Lyman, one of the best college basketball players in the country.
Going to be a problem for this Hokies defense today. Speaking of the Hokies, let's look at their starting 5. We talked about Asia Shepherd, the graduate guard from Alexandria, Virginia, the record holder for most 3-pointers in program history, now 330 in her illustrious career in Blacksburg. Georgia Amor, the Australian point guard, will run the show up top, averaging just under 8 points per game and 5.5 assists for Virginia Tech. Stepping back into the lineup, Azana Baines will get this start. She started the first 2 games of the season before we saw the Liberty transfer Emily Lytle slide in for 6 games, but Baines, the former Duke Blue Devil, back in the lineup today. Kayla King, the sharp shooting guard from Greensboro, North Carolina, also gets the start, averaging 9 points per game and shooting close to 50% from 3-point range this season. And then Elizabeth Kitley down low, the 6'6" sophomore from Summerfield, North Carolina, again averaging nearly 20 points per game and 10 rebounds. That trio of Shepherd, Amor, and Kitley, Gio, that has been the key for this Hokies team all season long. They're hoping that they can have another big day today.
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the best triple duos, whatever you want to call it, trios in the Atlantic Coast Conference, and Virginia Tech's going to need them big time. I mean, Jake, we've talked about it all throughout the pregame, but Virginia Tech's going to have to find a way to score today against a very, very intense Tennessee defense who knows how to stop people. Tennessee is actually one of the worst scoring teams in the SEC and in the country. Yet they find ways to win. They find themselves ranked 11th in the country, and they find themselves undefeated, and it's because of their defense. Virginia Tech, a team that struggles to score a little bit here. I mean, they score 74 points per game, but it's all going to come down to if Virginia Tech can put the ball in the hoop.
Hokies going to have to score some points to win today, trying to knock off the 11th ranked Tennessee Lady Vols at home from Cassell Coliseum. National anthem coming up when we come back. Tip-off here from Cassell Coliseum right here on 3304 Sports. It's a great day for basketball inside Cassell Coliseum. Virginia Tech and the number 11 Tennessee Lady Vols going at it. Hokies trying to pull off the upset while the Vols trying to get to 8-0 on the season and most likely a top 10 ranking come tomorrow. Jake Lyman and Giovanni Heater with you on 3304 Sports as we get ready for the tip-off here. Hokies will move towards the Castle Guard student section, currently jumping to enter Sandman, wearing their retro uniforms, all white with cursive maroon lettering reading Hokies, maroon numbering as well. The Vols in their all orange with checkered white stripes down each side. Tip is in the air. Kitley knocks it out of bounds, and it will go to the Hokies on the near sideline, and that is how we start off today's game. Baines will pass it into Amor, right-hand dribble, crosses through the VT logo and across the timeline. Finds King, right wing, dribbles to the top of the key. Shepard lets go of a left wing three and knocks it down to start off the scoring today. Said Shepard needed to step up. She hits her first shot. It's 3-0 Hokies 30 seconds in.
Yeah, that's a great start if you're Asia Shepard and the Virginia Tech Hokies right now. They're going to need her today, Jake.
Horsten will drive, pulls up, right elbow. Her shot's a little bit long. Kitley goes high to grab the board and brings it in. Outlet pass up ahead of Moore. Streaks down the near sideline, drives, pulls up, and taken away. It'll head the other way as Jordan Walker got the strip. Left-hand dribble inside the perimeter, kicked left side, and on the line, Tess Darby stepped out, and the Hokies will take over on the turnover.
Virginia Tech right there, just got to slow it down a little bit right now, Jake. They're going a little quick. I mean, there's a lot of angst, a lot of excitement right now. You're playing a top-ranked team. You just got to slow it down.
Weave outside as Shepard holds left wing, gets a high ball screen from Baines, drives baseline, covered by three players, and a foul is called. Believe that's going to be on Horsten, the guard from Ohio who leads the Vols in scoring just under 18 points per game. Hokies will have a throw-in on the baseline. High pass into Kitley, fakes the handoff to Amor in the near corner. Right-hand dribble, waits, finally finds Amor on the near perimeter, who dribbles out and resets. 10 to shoot, 1 minute into the first quarter, 3-0 Virginia Tech leads. Amor calls out orders, going to get a high screen from Kayla King, pulls up on the left wing, now finds King top of the shot clock. She's going to let it go from long range. Step back is too strong. Fight for the rebound, and a foul called on Azana Baines. It'll head the other way with the Lady Vols.
Not the shot you wanted on that possession if you're Virginia Tech, but there's that stifling defense we talked about, Jake, by Tennessee, and they force a very late shot clock heave. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the Lady Vols today.
Good defense from both teams so far, 80 seconds in. 3-0 Virginia Tech. Tennessee trying to break open the scoring. Horsten will drive, gets to the left elbow, stops. Kayla King guarding closely. The smothering defense will end up in a foul as Horsten went up from the free throw line. It's offline, but she'll get two shots from the charity stripe.
Very effective from the stripe as well as Horsten. Shoots about 70% from the free throw line, and Tennessee really good shooting from the free throw line as a team. So if you're Virginia Tech, you don't want to send them there very often.
First one drops in for Horsten. That puts the Lady Vols on the board. 3-1 the score 90 seconds in. Horsten again named SEC Player of the Week after her performance in Las Vegas last week, averaging 15.5 points and 10 rebounds for the Vols in 2 wins out in Nevada. She knocks down the second one, makes it a 1-point game, 3-2. Hokies head the other way. Once again, Weave on the far perimeter. Kitley left all alone, won't pull the trigger on the three. Finds Baines top of the key, back to Amor, out to King, knocked away. King will corral it and keep it with the Hokies, 15 to shoot. Amor right wing, drives baseline, finds Shepard near corner, fires the three, and that's going to be offline to the left, off the back iron, and a good rebound there from Tamari Key to send it the other way with Tennessee.
Virginia Tech there found the right shot, Jake. Sorry to interrupt you, but just a little bit off to the left side.
And Walker tried to dump it inside for Alexis Dye, but she took too many steps. That's a travel turnover. Hokies go the other way. Second turnover for Tennessee early on, just over 2 minutes in. Emily Lytle did not get the start, but she will check in early, just 2 minutes into this one. The Liberty transfer had started the previous 6 games. Amore across half court finds Shepard behind a screen, fires the three and knocks it down from the left wing once again. Asia Shepard 2 for 2 has all 6 points for Virginia Tech, up 6-2, 2.5 minutes into this one.
Exactly what you want out of Asia Shepard. We talked about it. She had to step up today, and now she's knocking down trifectas. Her team's going to need her to continue that.
Walker fires the right wing three and an answer for Tennessee as they found her wide open on the near perimeter. 6-5 the score, just under 3 minutes into the first quarter. Amore across half court, Kitley right perimeter, swing it all the way around through Lytle to Shepard on the near wing. Inside to Kitley, fade away from the near post, and that one was blocked. Back the other way, go Tennessee, as Key got a hand on that one. Inside, and Horsten lost control right into the hands of Elizabeth Kitley. Hokies another good defensive possession, go the other way. Just over 3 minutes gone in this first quarter, 6-5 Hokies lead. Shepard on the near wing, jab step, drops back with a left-hand dribble, finds King top of the key, swing it around to Amore. Tried to drop it onto the low block for Kitley, and again, Key, a great defensive possession, knocks it away, and Horsten corrals it to head the other way. Finds Walker, left wing, back out for Horsten, who will take a right-hand dribble and find Darby. Darby back to Walker, in between the rings, right wing for Dye, who knocks down the mid-range jumper from the free throw line extended, gives Tennessee its first lead of the game. 7-6 the score, ticking towards 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Amore gets a screen, drops it off for Shepard, cutting baseline, able to corral it on the ground as she lost control, finds Kitley double-teamed in the lane, and that's 3 seconds on Elizabeth Kitley. It'll be another turnover for the Hokies as Tennessee tries to take control of this one, Gia.
And that's one thing Tennessee's done a really good job of, right? Every time Virginia Tech gets on the inside, they are suffocating inside of the paint. They're not giving up anything easy. They're going to let Virginia Tech shoot it from the outside, especially because they've struggled as of late. So Tennessee is not going to let you get to the inside, and they've shown that with smothering defense.
One of the best defensive teams in the country. Walker has it right wing, and there'll be a whistle there. I believe Dye had a moving screen. Another turnover. That's been the struggle for this Tennessee team early on. As we'll see our first change for the Vols. Horsten will come out. She now has her first foul on the day. It'll be Brooklyn Miles, the freshman guard from Kentucky, who checks in for the first time. Kitley top of the key, finds Lytle right side, now out to Shepard in the corner. Kitley, handoff, King, straightaway three is too strong off the backboard, the iron, and out. Skying high for the rebound goes Dye, and a little bit of contact there on Asia Shepard will be a foul. Third team foul on the Hokies, and that'll be the first one on Asia Shepard. Kayana Traylor checking in for the first time. She has been a spark off the bench for the Hokies this season, the Purdue transfer, averaging over 11 points per game. Brooklyn Miles, the recent sub, brings it across half court, finds Walker on the left wing. Right-hand dribble, calls out orders halfway through the shot clock. 5 minutes to go in the first, 7-6, Tennessee leads. Finds Dye, thought about the three, now lets it go off the back rim. No chance on that one, and Shepard grabs it with both hands for the Hokies. The other way comes Virginia Tech. Traylor drops it back off for Shepard. Into the lane for Kitley. Spins and can't get it to go off the front rim. Another great defensive possession from Tamari Key. Walker, the former Western Michigan Bronco, left-hand dribble, now finds Darby, who fires the three. That's off the front rim as it clangs out, but into the hands of Miles for Tennessee. Offensive board, a cut and a pass into Darby, blocked by Shepard. It'll stay with Tennessee. A great defensive play there from Asia Shepard, though, Gia.
Yeah, Jake, Asia Shepard is just playing with a little bit of added juice today. You can see it. Probably frustrated with her last 3 outings, not being that leader that this team needs her to be, and she has come out firing today, both on the offensive side and the defensive side of the court, knocking down triples, facilitating the offense, and then on the defensive side, coming out, swatting that thing into the stands as Brent Pry, the new Virginia Tech head football coach, takes the floor.
Brent Pry out for his second game in a row. And there's Brent Pry, recently announced head football coach for Virginia Tech. He was at the game for the men yesterday as they fell 80-61 to Wake Forest. He's hoping for a different result here from the women's team. Defense has been the story early on. 7-6, Tennessee leads Virginia Tech. We'll take a break and be right back with more women's college hoops right after this on 3304 Sports. Welcome back to Blacksburg. 7-6, Tennessee leads Virginia Tech early on, and Tennessee will have the ball moving left to right towards the tunnel as Walker drives in, doing it all herself, gets that one, the friendly roll off the rim. 9-6, Tennessee leads Virginia Tech. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jake Lyman, Giovanni Heater with you on 3304 Sports, a Sunday matinee. Georgia Amore across half court finds Kitley between the rings, now swinging around to the far corner for Shepard. Back to Kitley, handoff trailer, right perimeter back to Shepard. Short corner for Kitley, pulls up, can't get it to go. Lytle fighting for the rebound, and she'll draw the foul on Kian Green for Tennessee. Green, the graduate transfer from Liberty, as both of the last two Liberty Flames leading scorers on the floor right now in Kian Green and Emily Lytle. Kitley gets the inbounds pass, and she took one too many steps. That'll be a travel, another turnover for the Hokies, who have struggled offensively, already 3 turnovers and 2 of 8 from the floor.
Yeah, Virginia Tech right now has to just get things going offensively. Just start to settle down the tempo a little bit, find the creases in this defense. Though there's not going to be many seams, Virginia Tech and Kenny Brooks got to find them.
All 6 points coming on threes from Asia Shepard. Walker holds left wing. Inside to Key in the short corner. Tried to spin around Kitley. Back to Sarah Puckett, who just checked in. Drives baseline. Backing down Asia Shepard. Back out. Brooklyn Miles gets it around top for Kian Green. Driving. Pulling up. And just shy on that jumper. Rebound falls towards the near sideline. Key couldn't corral it. That one will find the sideline in front of the Hokies bench. Another turnover. Hokies take it the other way.
And a really good defensive possession that time by Virginia Tech. Kept the woman in front of you, played good, solid defense, forced something late in the shot clock, and then they were able to have that rebound go out of bounds.
Lytle will get the right wing 3, fires away, and ties this game up as it swirls down, all even at 9, 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Miles quickly the other way for Tennessee, near corner for Sarah Puckett. Suffocating defense from Shepard, knocked it free, it's on the floor. And I believe that's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow favors Virginia Tech. And actually, that will be a foul on Sarah Puckett on the loose ball. Great job by Asia Shepard there to knock that free as Puckett, not great ball security. Hokies take over, a chance to retake the lead with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Man, nobody plays more excited, Jake, than Asia Shepard.
And Georgia Amore across the timeline, lost control. Miles poked it free, and it's off Amore out of bounds. Bad turnover there for the sophomore out of Australia. As now Tennessee will have a side throw-in. 9-9, 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. Miles in to Jordan Walker. Hands off right back to Miles, and now Walker on the right wing. Swings it to Puckett left side, right through Kian Green. Short corner for Walker, dumps it inside to Puckett, and she took a step there. Going to be another travel. We've seen that one too many times from both these teams early on in this one, as the offense is still struggling to get it going. Both teams shooting 3 of 9, both teams with 5 turnovers in the first half. A very evenly matched game early. 2:52 to go in the first, 9-9 the score. Amore sprinting across midcourt, right through the VT logo. Able to find Shepard, who gets a screen. Goes away from it from Lytle, drives baseline, tried to go reverse, but that's blocked. Jordan Horsten got her with the body too, though, and that'll be a foul. Asia Shepard goes to the line for 2. And speaking of 2, that is now 2 fouls on Jordan Horsten. Some foul trouble early for the Star, for the Vols. Asia Shepard at the line, the former 5-star recruit out of Alexandria, Virginia. Knocks down the first, now has 7 of the first 10 points for Virginia Tech. Program leader for career 3-point field goals, a 42% 3-point shooter this year. And she's already 2 of 3 today, and she's 2 of 2 from the line there. Gives the Hokies an 11-9 lead, 2.5 remaining in this first quarter. Miles walks through the VT logo. Now will hold on the perimeter far side. Gets it to Green, top of the key, standing with 1 foot on the three-point line. Gets it to the free throw line, now back out Miles. Lost control of it as she drove. Gives it back to Alexis Dye on the Carillion Clinic logo. 5 to shoot, drives. Kayla King playing defense, fadeaway jumper off the front rim, no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Green for Tennessee. A fresh 20 for the Lady Vols. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, 11-9, Virginia Tech leads. Tennessee works around the perimeter, tried to get it inside, and Shepard took it away. The other way she goes, lays it in with the right hand off the window. 13-9, Virginia Tech has stretched the lead back out to 4.
Asia Shepard is on fire right now, Jake. She's playing like a woman possessed. I told you, she came into this with a little bit of extra juice, and she's putting that on full display. Defense into offense on the other end.
Already up to 10 points today for Shepard. Dye out to Miles, high pass inside the key, and she walked again. That's been an issue for both teams when they get it into that painted area. Taking one too many steps heading into the lane. Another turnover for Tennessee. That makes it 7 on the first quarter for Tennessee. Hokies defense playing well, and they've got a 4-point advantage.
And that matchup has yet to disappoint, right, Jake? You got Kitley and Key going at it inside, and they've been battling down low.
Neither player has yet to get on the scoreboard, though, as Traylor will bring it across half court this time with Amor sitting on the bench. Hokies pass around the perimeter. Kitley top of the key behind a screen. Shepard gets the handoff, fires the 3, and knocks it down again. Shepard's got 13. It's 16-9 Virginia Tech. 1:15 to go in the first.
She's unconscious, and she's completely taken this game over, saying this is my court in Cassell Coliseum.
Darby on the far wing, guarded by Shepard. Back out to Miles. 10 to shoot. They'll reset the offense. Drives against Traylor. Pulls up on the low block. Back out Walker. Straightaway 3. And that one falls down for Tennessee to finally end the run. 7-0 for Virginia Tech. Now just a 4-point advantage. 16-12. 45 seconds left. Traylor immediately pulls up from long range. Rattles in and out. And into the hands of Walker heading the other way. Shot clock and game clock separated by 9 seconds. Quick pull-up 3 from Miles, but that one's off the backboard. Didn't catch the rim at all. And a push from behind on Kian Green will send it the other way with Virginia Tech. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than a second.
Yeah, Green didn't like the call. It almost looked like it went off the fingertips of Asia Shepard. Nonetheless, the referees give the Hokies the ball here. And how about those uniforms, Jake? The cursive Hokies. Pretty special here for a special game today.
Looking good. Hokies looking good, up by 4, and they'll hold for the last shot in the first quarter. 10 seconds to go. Traylor waiting way outside. Weave on the outside, gets the ball in Shepard's hands, right wing, drops it inside on a bounce pass for Kitley. 2 seconds to shoot, gets it off, and just a bit too much on that one from Kitley from about 12 feet, and it will rattle out. 16-12 is the score at the end of one. Virginia Tech with an early lead. We will take a break here on 3304 Sports when we come back. Second quarter action. Can either team take control of this one and get the offense going? We'll see on the other side here on 3304 Sports. 1 quarter down here on 3304 Sports, and Virginia Tech the early 16-12 lead over number 11 Tennessee here in Cassell Coliseum. Jake Lyman, Giovanni Heater with you as we get started with second quarter action. It'll be Brooklyn Miles who brings it across half court right through the center circle. Quick pass out to the left side for Jordan Walker. Inside for Key, trying to get the offense going. Her layup is off the glass, off the front rim and out. The rebound ricochets across the baseline, and the referee says Virginia Tech basketball as the Hokies head the other way, wearing all white to the Tennessee orange. Amor, a weave with Kayla King on the left wing. Back out Baines. Pass to Amor. 2 screens from Kitley and Baines. Amor pull up mid-range jumper. Tickles the twine. Her first points of the day makes it a 6-point advantage for Virginia Tech. 18-12, just over 30 seconds into the second quarter. Walker holds on the V of the VT logo. 10 seconds into the shot clock. Finds Darby far side. Jab step into the paint. Puckett, the freshman, backs down. Baines, good spin move. Drops it off the window and in. First points of the quarter for Tennessee. Back to a 4-point game. 18-14 Hokies lead a minute into the second quarter. Traylor drives right side, hands off back Kayla King, right perimeter. Amore thought about the three from the left wing. Instead, dribbles through the legs, back out, and resets. 15 seconds to shoot. Kayla King, far corner, back out Baines, right wing. Drives in traffic, gets it out to Kitley. Lost control, back out Traylor, 7 to shoot. Good bounce pass to the baseline for Baines, who can't finish at the rim, and it heads the other way with Tennessee. In transition, Walker will back it out, sets up the offense. 90 seconds into the second quarter. 18-14 Virginia Tech on top. Brooklyn Miles, and a foul away from the ball on Virginia Tech. That's going to go on Kayla King.
And the Hokies are going to want that one back down low, right, Jake? In a game like this against such a good defensive team, when you need to score as much as possible, you just can't afford mistakes like that. But the one thing they're doing really well is moving the basketball and finding these open shots.
Great pass inside to set that up. Baines just couldn't finish at the rack. 18-14 Hokies lead. Tennessee with a fresh 20, now down to 15 as Walker pulls up from the right elbow, and nothing but net there as Jordan Walker is on the board. Already up to 10 points on the day for the graduate transfer from Western Michigan. Back to a 2-point game, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Gitley between the rings, hands off. Traylor had an open look, instead looks for Shepard right wing. Tried to get it down low for Kitley, but knocked away once again. Another turnover. Walker, far side Miles, wide open three, lets it fly, and missed everything. Key gets the offensive board, goes up. Kitley won't let that one go by, and now a foul is called. 2 shots for Tamari Key at the line after she had 2 shots in the paint. Couldn't get either to fall, but we'll see what she can do from the charity stripe.
She's nearly 60%, Jake, 57.1% from the free throw line to be exact. So, you're looking at a situation where ideally for the Hokies, you want her to go 1 of 2 maybe, and that's kind of where her productivity is from the free throw line. So not necessarily a terrible foul by Virginia Tech. You want to make her feel it. You want to kind of set that precedent that there's going to be no easy buckets inside, and I think that's what Coach Kenny Brooks is probably telling Elizabeth Kitley and the rest of the gang to do, is to be physical on the inside. Don't be afraid to catch a couple of fouls here and just kind of set the tone early inside the paint, because Tennessee tried to do that from the get-go.
Key goes 1 of 2 at the line. First one rattled home, second one was a little bit long. 18-17 Hokies lead. Shepard has the ball, left wing, gets a high ball screen from Lytle. Shepard tried to drop it inside for Kitley, knocked away, gets it back, second chance, does get it to Liz, who tried to drop it off the window, but too strong there. Puckett grabs the board, outlet pass up to Walker. Tennessee the other way. Walker, inside Puckett, the freshman works against Lytle, has to back it back out on the perimeter for Walker, who'll reset. Miles, the point guard, dribbles between the legs on the Carillion Clinic logo, now finds Darby on the left wing. Handoff Puckett, gets the screen from the top of the key, just inside the three-point arc, and she knocks it down from 20 feet. Sarah Puckett, the freshman, is on the board today and gives Tennessee the lead right back. 19-18, just over 3 minutes gone in the second.
Jake, watch these two continue to go at it, right? Key on the inside, and then Elizabeth Kitley. Every time there's an interior pass, an entry lane pass, trying to get the ball to Kitley, Key is there to poke it away. She is not letting her have anything on the inside as they go at it once again here.
Neither player with a field goal today. A combined 0 for 7 as a foul called down low. Going to be on Tennessee. On the floor, Virginia Tech will take it on the baseline.
And Kitley's got an inch height advantage on Key, but Key seems to have a little bit more muscle on her, which has played a factor on their interior play as well.
Key out of the game here. Amore gets a shot from the far corner, and that one around and out. Tennessee will grab the board as Jordan Walker streaks up the center of the court. Tennessee will hold, near side for Darby. Thought about the long three, but Traylor makes her think better of it. Around the outside, Puckett pulls up again and banks it at home. Sarah Puckett, the bank is open, makes her second consecutive shot. Tennessee has its largest lead of the day. 22-18, 4 minutes played in this second quarter. Amore finds Kitley right wing. Now to Lytle, back out to Traylor on the left side. Shepard, straightaway three, off the right rim and into the hands of the recently added player. That's Emily Saunders. Jordan Walker, crossover dribble, top of the key, finds Puckett, left wing, drives against Lytle, left-hand hook shot, comes up short. Saunders fighting with Kitley in the paint, and Liz able to rip that one away, and a foul called eventually on Sarah Puckett, the freshman.
And a good job right there by Kitley, Jake, right? She knows that she could draw a foul here. She puts her hands up to show that she is not infracting with any kind of rebound, and then the ball kind of plops in front of her. She's able to corral it, and trying to get it up the court was Kitley, and then Sarah Puckett just kind of came in and made a little bit of contact for a foul. So just a really good job by Kitley on the inside. That was textbook to avoid a foul and then end up drawing a foul as a result.
Puckett's first personal, second team foul on Tennessee as the Hokies try and cut into this deficit down 4 about halfway through this second quarter. Lytle straight away between the rings, finds Amor right wing, back out Trailer, able to hesitate, get by to the free throw line. Her shot is offline. Lytle gets the offensive board. Trailer right back to Lytle inside. Kitley backs down Saunders, and Kitley finally on the board as that one falls off the glass and in. Back to a 2-point game, 22-20, Tennessee with the lead halfway through the second quarter.
And without Tamari Key in the ball game right now, look for Kitley to really get going because she's got a little bit of a mismatch. Not that Saunders isn't a good center. In fact, they're standing at just the same height, but she has an opportunity to really go at the backup center right now.
Kitley will grab the rebound after Dye's shot from the far wing ends up a little bit long. Amor now has it as she crosses the timeline. Kitley holds top of the key, back out right side for Lytle. Finds Shepard. A hot start with 13 in the first quarter for her. Right wing, drops it off baseline for Kitley. Good rip through, and now a fadeaway from the ACC logo. Swirls around the rim and falls off, and Lytle will be called for the loose ball foul on the rebound. And that will take us to the second quarter media timeout. Virginia Tech got off to a hot start thanks to Asia Shepard's 13 points in the first quarter, but Tennessee is roared back, only up by 2. We've got a good one from Cassell Coliseum right here on 3304 Sports. We'll be right back. Late first half in Blacksburg, Tennessee has taken the lead back up 22-20 on Virginia Tech. Hokies trying to knock off the Lady Vols, currently ranked in the top 15 and undefeated on the year. Hokies' only loss came in Puerto Rico last week, sitting at 7-1. Jake Lyman, Giovanni Heater with you. Tennessee will start with the ball with 4:20 left in this first half. 22-20, Tennessee leads. Moving towards the tunnel. Walker finds Darby on the near side, trying to get it inside to Green, working against her former Liberty teammate who draws the charge, Emily Lytle. Good defensive position, takes the charge there as the two former Flames go head-to-head. Hokies draw the turnover there and a chance to tie this game back up with 4 minutes remaining. 22-20, late first half as Shepard gets it right wing, jab step, trying to get past Walker. Instead, Lytle between the rings, hands off back to Amor, who will reset with 15 to shoot. Right-hand dribble, waist high, finds Shepard near side, high ball screen from Lytle, pull up 3, and that's just off the back iron, no good. Horsten goes high to retrieve the board, hands off Walker. 3.5 to go, first half, 22-20, Tennessee leads. Walker to Horsten. That's Alexis Dye, back out Darby. Inside Kean Green again against Lytle. Her hook shot off the back rim. Flying in for the rebound is Dye, and she'll draw a foul on Asia Shepard on a block there. It'll be on the floor. Fourth team foul on Virginia Tech, and that will be the second on Asia Shepard. A new 20 on the shot clock for Tennessee. 3:25 remaining in the second quarter. 22-20, Tennessee on top. Tamari Key back into the game, finds Walker right wing. Dribbling just inside the arc, right block, throws up a hook shot off the rim. Key over the top of Kitley, reeled it in and put it in the net. First field goal for Tamari Key today makes it 24-20, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Lytle holds, back out Amor far wing. Right hand dribble, crossover, finds Trailer top of the key. Driving against Miles, left hand layup, no good, but a foul called before that on the floor on Brooklyn Miles. That'll be the fourth team foul on Tennessee. First personal on Miles the freshman guard from Kentucky, top 100 recruit coming out of high school this year.
And the one thing the Hokies have had trouble with right now, Jake, is when Asia Shepard's not in the game, they kind of go back to this isolation one-on-one basketball rather than sharing it and finding that ball movement.
Amor drives, right block, can't get that to go, and batted out of the lane by Dye, but right in the hands of Traylor. Amor, right wing three, rattles home, and the Hokies are back within one. Amor, her first three of the day, 24-23, Tennessee still on top by one. 2:20 remaining in the first half. Dye holding between the rings, skip pass out to the near side for Walker. Now back inside to Dye, playing a two-man game into the paint, and she traveled. Another turnover for Tennessee. Give them 9 in the first half. Both offenses have struggled, but Virginia Tech a chance to retake the lead with 2:15 to go in the second quarter. 24-23, Tennessee leads. Traylor takes a screen from Lytle as she crosses the timeline. Now finds Amor right side. Swings it around the perimeter. Traylor inside to Kitley on the low block. Back out Kayla King. Drives inside the arc. Back out behind the perimeter for Kayana Traylor. 10 to shoot. Screen from Kitley. Now Traylor down the baseline. Double teamed. Finds the wide open shooter in the corner. And Lytle's three is off the back rim. No good. Right in the hands of Traylor for the rebound. But she's tied up by Jordan Walker. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Virginia Tech. And the ball will stay on that end of the floor. Gio, we've seen a lot of effort from both of these teams early on. Neither team has been able to control this game. Hokies could take their lead right back here.
Yeah, Virginia Tech just has to continue to possess the basketball. Now they find themselves down just one bucket, and Georgia Amor has been starting to do a really good job facilitating this team.
Just hit a three on the last possession. 10 to shoot. Lytle loses control on the floor, and Dye is able to pull it away. A foul called on Lytle. And it'll head the other way with Tennessee. That's 5 fouls, so that'll put Tennessee in the bonus now. They'll be shooting. Second foul on Lytle will send Alexis Dye to the line.
And now Tennessee's in the bonus here.
They'll be in the bonus for the final 1:33 of the second quarter. First shot from Dye is too strong. Clangs off the back rim, and that'll keep this at a 1-point game for now. Dye, the forward from Birmingham, Alabama. Transfer from Troy, where she averaged over 13 points and 11 rebounds. Reached the NCAA tournament last year. Second one misses as well, but Darby, the heads-up play to grab the offensive board, steals a possession for Tennessee. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 1:24 left in the half. Miles drives to the elbow, kick back Walker, straightaway three, and that rattles down. Makes it a 4-point advantage for Tennessee once again. Walker already up to 13 points on the day, matching Asia Shepard's mark. As we tick under a minute left in the first half, 27-23, Tennessee leads. Traylor pump fake, back out Amor, near corner. Triple is too strong, and Tennessee quickly heads the other way. Walker driving against Lytle. Retreats back out to the perimeter. Left-hand dribble, waist high, finds Miles, top of the key. Shot clock and game clock separated by just over 25 seconds. 15 to shoot, 40 to play in the half. Darby lost control, able to regain it. Back out Key. Inside now to Dye, fading away. That's too strong, and Key couldn't grab the offensive board. Hokies head the other way.
Good possession by Virginia Tech.
Amor quickly to the tin, and that one falls off the glass. Right-hand layup good. A 2-point game, 27-25. Shot clock dead in the first half. 17 seconds to go. The Vols holding for the last shot as Walker slowly maneuvers across the timeline. 8 seconds. Left-hand dribble into the paint. Tried to drop it off for Key. Kitley stole it away. 3 seconds left now, and she'll just dribble it out as the buzzer sounds in Cassell Coliseum. What a great first half we've had in Blacksburg. Number 11, Tennessee, up 27-25 on Virginia Tech, led by 13 points from Jordan Walker. On the other side, Asia Shepard with 13 of her own. The two guards trading blows early on. We transition into the 3304 Sports halftime report here on 3304 Sports. 27-25, Tennessee beating Virginia Tech right now. But, Gio, we've seen a lot of good things from both teams, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, we've seen really good things both on both defenses, and this is a defensive game, Jake. We expected that coming in, right? We talked about how good Tennessee's defense is. Virginia Tech, a team that struggled to score as well, but has been really efficient on the defensive side of the basketball. So we knew that coming in. Virginia Tech coming in, and the one thing that they've done a decent job at is hanging in there in the rebounding category, because coming into this, Tennessee was number 1 in the country and number 1 in the SEC in rebounds per game. Virginia Tech just able to hang in there enough to contend. Right now, sitting in the rebound category is Tennessee with 21, and on the other side, Virginia Tech with 15. Obviously still an advantage for the Vols, but definitely not quite the gap that they've had in some of their other matchups.
And we talked about the matchup between Tamari Key and Elizabeth Gitley. Thought that was going to be a great one. Maybe not the same way that we expected it, but they have gone at it, but have only combined for 5 points on 2 of 10 shooting. Both teams have kind of had to rely on their perimeter shooting instead of those two great players in the paint.
Yeah, one thing to look out for is, in some ways it feels like Tamara Key is almost dominating Elizabeth Gitley when you're talking about Virginia Tech having the offensive possession. They try and get that intro pass, trying to get the ball inside to Elizabeth Gitley, and Tamara Key's all over her, poking that ball away before it even gets to her sometimes. When she does get the possession, physical defense, not letting her get to the rim, and you saw a difference when Tamara Key came out of the basketball game, and number 31 in orange and white, Emily Saunders, stepped into the ball game for Tennessee, because then Gitley was able to get going, and all of her points came against Saunders rather than Key. And then on the other side, you have Gitley playing phenomenal defense as well. She's held Tamari Key to only 1 field goal so far.
And it's been those outside shooters mentioned, Walker and Shepard, both with 13. Also have seen the freshman Sarah Puckett for Tennessee with 7. Georgia Amore with 7 of her own for Virginia Tech, including a crucial 3 late in the game, and then a great drive to the rack later on as well. Gio, both these teams, solid programs, trying to get a big non-conference win early in their season. What do these teams have to do to be the one that comes out on top in the end?
Well, I think Virginia Tech has to continue to feed Asia Shepard, right? It's safe to say she's back. She comes out 13 points. She was lights out from downtown. She was playing with this extra added chip on her shoulder. You could see it, the emotion that she was playing out there with, yelling, fueling the rest of her team, being a leader out there on the court. So I think you got to continue to feed Asia Shepard. And that doesn't mean just let her do all the scoring by herself, but let her facilitate the basketball, because she's also setting everybody else up for plays. You've seen Georgia Amore knock down some triples. You've seen Emily Lytle get in on the action, Kayla King. Everybody's contributing right now. So the ball movement is going to be crucial for Virginia Tech down the stretch of the second half. And on the other side for Tennessee, stick to what you're good at, man, right? Continue to play that hard-nosed defense. Don't give an inch to Virginia Tech if you're Tennessee, especially on the inside. Tennessee has done a fantastic job of keeping the Hokies out of the paint, forcing them to shoot those jumpers. You can't survive a basketball game for 4 quarters if all you're doing is shooting from 15 foot plus. So if you're Tennessee, continue to keep the Hokies out of the paint and make things difficult on the defensive side of the basketball.
Going to be a good final 20 minutes from Blacksburg. A 2-point game. Tennessee up 27-25. We'll have the second half action right after this. This has been the 3304 Sports Halftime Report. We'll take a break. When we come back, Giovanni Heater takes over as play-by-play man. Stay with us here on 3304 Sports.
Half number 2 women's basketball action from Cassell Coliseum in Blacksburg, Virginia. Giovanni Heater alongside Jake Lyman with you for 3304 Sports. Thanks so much for tuning in as Virginia Tech and the 11th ranked Tennessee Volunteers go at it on Carillion Clinic Court. Tennessee currently leads 27-25 through 2 quarters of play. Jake, we've had a defensive matchup, a low-scoring affair, but nonetheless 2 really exciting teams that had some high hopes coming to this season trying to pick up a marquee win.
Yeah, Gio, we talked about the 2 players in the paint for these teams. Tamari Key for Tennessee, Elizabeth Gitley for Virginia Tech. Both of them top 4 nationally in blocks. 28 blocks for Key, 26 for Elizabeth Gitley entering today. and they have lived up to that hype, locking each other down on the inside on both ends of the floor. Both teams have had to rely on their outside shooting, and Asia Shepard and Jordan Walker have both had great first halves, 13 points apiece, making for a great second half here in Blacksburg.
And how about Asia Shepard, Jake? We talked about it. She needed to step up for her team today, and she's done exactly that. You talked about it, 13 points. She's been all over the place defensively, and she's been knocking them down from long range as well.
Yeah, she didn't score in double digits in any of the last 3 games, which is rare for Asia Shepard. And then she does it in the first quarter in this game. She put up 13 points in 10 minutes, so she definitely is back. Had a little bit of a struggle in that second half, getting her open shot, second quarter, getting open shots. We'll see if she can get a little bit more here and help the Hokies to a big upset win.
Well, Tennessee has made the adjustments. Virginia Tech going to need to do the same. 27-25 your score through 20 minutes of action from Carillion Clinic Court here in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech and the Lady Vols going at it. Hokies and Tennessee. A little bit of a state border rivalry. 2 teams that don't face off very often, only 9 times in their history. Hokies have won the last 2. Before that, it was 7 in a row for the Lady Vols as we are underway. The highly touted recruit, the junior Jordan Horsten, will get it started for the Lady Vols. Back to Horsten at the top of the key off the swing from Puckett. Now it's Horsten right wing over the Carillion Clinic logo. Horsten still evading that top of the key side. Now to the left wing. Horsten gives it off, back to the top, Jordan Walker. Now it's Horsten again, feed to the inside. Tamari Key going at Kitley. They thought she had an and one, but instead it's a travel call. So Key with a little bit of a walk, and Elizabeth Kitley gets a good stop down low, Jake.
Both teams have struggled with that. Lots of travels, lots of turnovers.
Georgia Amore at the top, gives it off to Asia Shepard, left wing, off the screen from Kitley. Here's Asia Shepard, back to Kitley. She sets a 15-footer off the front of the rim, fell to the right side, no good, and Dye was able to pull away the rebound. Now it's Horsten along the right wing. Horsten trying to go at the Virginia Tech defense. It's Kayla King. Now at the top of the key, it's Dye once again. Puckett swings it over to Horsten. Horsten, 15-foot jumper, rattled off the rim, no good. Dye, an offensive rebound, left the putback short. And this one is saved by Key. Back to Dye, off the window and in. What a save along the baseline for Tamari Key. And Dye was able to clean up the mess.
That's an athletic play right there from Key to basically steal 2 points.
Georgia Amore almost lost it. Good play by Horsten. Amore able to corral it. Amore a baseline drive. Reverse layup up and in. Georgia Amore has done a lot of good things for the Hokies in this basketball game. Horsten along the right side, gives it to the inside. Dye fading away from 14 feet off the mark, no good. Hit that one too strong off the back of the iron, and a rebound for Kayla King. King off to Asia Shepard. Asia Shepard a step back on Puckett. Going at the freshman. Asia Shepard, step back 3, yes! Asia Shepard from downtown, picking up where she left off, and she has 16 points so far today. She had 16 combined in the last 3 matchups, and she's now met that through just 2.5 quarters of play, Jake.
Great shot there from Shepard. Gives the Hokies the lead right back.
Horsten missed that one to the right side of the rim on a 20-foot jumper, and now it's Georgia Amore crossing midcourt across the Virginia Tech logo. Amore surveying the defense, gives it off Shepard on the left wing. Shepard drives to the tin, kicks it out to the middle, and it's corralled momentarily that time by Azania Baines. Baines takes a drive, goes at Horsten, and this one is rejected out of bounds by Jordan Horsten.
Horsten and Key, that is a tough duo to get past when you get down low in the paint. Both long, lanky defenders, and no chance for Baines to get that one up and in.
Hokies down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Give off to Kitley, right wing two-pointer in the air. That one was tipped away on the block. Here's Horsten dribbling behind her back and lost control of it. Crosses the baseline next to the Virginia Tech logo along the left side of the court, and we'll go the other way. Virginia Tech basketball with 7:26 left to go. Your score, Hokies lead it 30-29 with a 1-point lead. And we've had a little bit of a swing here as the beginning of the second half gets underway. Georgia Amore along the left wing, gives it off. Asia Shepard, a pump fake, now a drive, trying to go at Walker. Feed to the inside, and an easy 2 points for Azana Baines.
Great backdoor cut from Baines. Shepard found her, and now the Hokies back up by 3.
Here's Jordan Walker. Pulls it back out as Tennessee will elect to slow things down a little bit here. Now Puckett along the right wing. Give to Dye at the top of the key. Now it's Horsten. Along the left side, surveying the floor. Horsten swings it to the middle. Dye along the left elbow. A drive, a floater, and she knocks it in. Georgia Amore crossing the VT logo at midcourt. Your score 32-31. Hokies still lead it by 1. Just under 6.5 minutes left to play here. Along the right side, we get a drive from Azana Baines. Lost control of it, and it's stolen away by Jordan Horsten. Horsten up the floor to Walker. Walker, a baseline drive, and we'll get an offensive foul. Drawing the contact down low for Virginia Tech was Kayla King.
Great job by Kayla King. Slid, get her feet in position, able to draw the offensive foul. 13 turnovers for Tennessee so far. These are the ways that Virginia Tech can win this game against a highly touted opponent like Tennessee.
Now Tennessee electing to play a little bit of full court defense here, just a man defense. Brooklyn Miles checks into the ball game for the Volunteers. Top of the key is Kayla King. Dumps it off to Baines. Baines to a cutting Amore with a baseline drive. Kick out. Shepard, corner three. Yes! Asia Shepard does it again. She's got 19 on the game.
What a play there. Amore, heads up play, finds Shepard wide open in the corner, and Shepard's not missing that one that wide open.
She's been on fire from downtown so far today, Mr. Lyman. She's 6 for 9 from the field, 5 for 8 from beyond the three-point arc. And we'll get a foul called on the floor on the other end of the court.
That's on Elizabeth Kitley there. Just got a little too handsy with Tamari Key down in the paint. We've seen that a few times today.
Now to inbound is Jordan Walker. Walker feeds it inside to Horsten, and another foul on the floor is going to be called, this time against 22 in white, Kayla King. Again, it's Virginia Tech wearing the throwback uniforms. Reads Hokies in cursive across the chest in white, the old school logo on the shorts. And then Tennessee in the checkered orange and white. A little bit of a lob alley-oop to Horsten. She missed it, and it was Kitley pulling away the rebound. A foul is called. It's going to be Virginia Tech ball, and a foul goes against Horsten. That's her third of the day.
And that's foul trouble for Kayla King and Jordan Horsten now, as both have 3 fouls on the day, something both of these coaches are going to have to manage throughout the rest of this game.
Ball's inbounded here. Again, a little bit of full court defense here out of Brooklyn Miles, checking Georgia Amore. Kitley, right wing three, left wide open, left it short, deflected off the right side of the rim, kissed off the backboard, and a rebound going up the floor for Miles. Feed to the inside, it's Key going at Kitley as she sends that one out of bounds. Elizabeth Kitley trying to flex her muscles a little bit on the defensive side of the court now.
Kitley, again, 4th in the country in blocks entering today's game with 26 there. Great heads-up play, gets a hand on the ball after a tough offensive sequence on the other end. Kitley is 1 for 1 from three-point range entering the season, make it 1 of 2.
Brooklyn Miles to inbound. She gets it up to Walker along the left wing. She's checked by Georgia Amore at the hip. Inside to Dye. Dye fading from the ACC logo. Right-handed hook shot in and good. Georgia Amore now for Virginia Tech up the floor. Amore crosses midcourt, dribbling between her legs. Calling the play with one finger up in the air. Off to Kitley, top of the key, gives it off Baines. Now along the right side, the Hokies sharing the ball well here. Asia Shepard off a screen. Got it! Asia Shepard from the top of the key knocks it down off the feed from Elizabeth Kitley.
Shepard just comes off a pin down, and again, she has been lethal from that spot today. Knocks it down again. 22 points for Asia Shepard.
She is unconscious from beyond the arc today, Mr. Lyman. Feed to the top. It's Dye trying to find somewhere to go with it. Gives it back to Walker. Walker off a screen from Dye. Right elbow jumper. Left it too far to the left side. A little bit of a brick. And Kitley dives to the floor trying to pull away a rebound. A jump ball is called. Possession arrow, I believe, goes to Virginia Tech. But a timeout is called by Tennessee, and Cassell Coliseum getting loud. A huge opportunity ahead of the Hokies. Your score 38-33 with 4:25 left to go. Virginia Tech leads it by 5. We'll take a quick break here on 3304 Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Plenty of non-conference women's college basketball coming up from Carilion Court at Cassell Coliseum. Welcome back here on 3304 Sports. Giovanni Heater alongside Jake Lyman with you from Cassell Coliseum. The Hokies lead it over the 11th ranked Volunteers 33, 4:22 left to go in quarter number 3. Georgia Amore off to Kitley, top of the key, crossing midcourt. Amore again. Tennessee setting up a little bit of a zone defense here, Jake. Interesting to see. Hokies moving the ball well. It's Amore, top of the key. Feed towards the middle. It's Baines off to Kitley. She's fouled hard by Key, and Elizabeth Kitley will head to the free throw line for a pair.
Yeah, Tennessee switching up the defense there. Almost looks like a box and one that they're running, with Asia Shepard being guarded man-to-man by Sarah Puckett and everybody else in a 2-2 zone. Interesting there, trying to take away Shepard, who's been so dangerous, scoring 22 of the 38 points for Virginia Tech.
Asia Shepard has been absolutely on fire. We talked about it in the pregame, how her team would need her, a point that we could not emphasize enough. And she's back, to say the least, as Elizabeth Kitley lets her first free throw fly, rattles it off the left side of the rim, just a little bit too strong, and she misses the front end of the pair. 38-33 remains your score. 4:05 left to go here, quarter number 3 from Cassell. Kitley misses the second as well, and Puckett able to pull down a tough rebound. So an empty possession for the Hokies despite the foul. And now crossing midcourt for Tennessee is Brooklyn Miles. Miles gives it to Horsten on the right side, tried to find Puckett on the interior, and better defense by the Hokies as that one sails out of bounds untouched. An unforced error by the Volunteers there, and the Hokies with the possession once again. Here's Georgia Amore crossing midcourt.
Tennessee looks to be back in man-to-man now.
Here's Baines along the right side. Back to Kitley, top of the key. Asia Shepard locked off by Miles. Gets a screen off to Kitley. 20-foot jumper in the air, rattled off the front end of the rim, kissed off the backboard, no good. And here's Miles across midcourt for the Volunteers. Right side, it's Walker. Walker back to Miles. Now Horsten along the left wing. Lets a three fly off the right side. Pushed it off the window. Missed almost everything. An ugly shot that time for Horsten. Here's Georgia Amore. Coast to coast. Feed to the inside. It's Kitley. Kitley going at Key. Got that one swatted away, but a foul is called. The contact down low sends Elizabeth Kitley to the line once again. It's the third foul of the day on Tamari King.
And that's not good for Tennessee. Now Key and Horsten both with 3 fouls before the end of the third quarter. You've got to keep an eye on that. If you're head coach Kelly Harper for Tennessee, has to make sure that you're managing that well. You don't want to lose one or both of those players.
Now Kitley at the line once again, just missed 2 in a row as she misses a third in a row here. And how about the leadership out of Asia Shepard? Comes up to Elizabeth Kitley and tells her, hey, you're good. Just keep with it. Keep shooting that ball.
Yeah, tough day for Kitley. 1 of 11 from the floor, now 0 of 4 from the free throw line.
Kitley struggling to shoot from the line. An offensive rebound off the miss for Baines. She couldn't finish. Better defense down low by Key and company. Across the floor we go with Walker, and actually Key is substituted out of the game as Georgia Amore swats that one into the air, kept alive by Puckett. Feed to the inside to Kean Green. And we will get a travel called against Kean Green inside the paint.
And Kelly Harper is not going to be happy about this. I would say that's the 5th, 6th, 7th time that this has happened where their player jumps in the lane and gets called for a travel.
She is on the court in the referee's ear as they go down the floor. Asia Shepard along the left wing comes off a screen from Baines, lets a 3 fly, rattled it off the rim, no good. But an offensive rebound is there momentarily for Traylor as this one's poked out of bounds by Walker. Will stay right here with 19 seconds left on the shot clock.
Shepard didn't miss that one by much, too. Another great shot from Asia. Chance for the Hokies to get second chance points here.
Baines inbound to Amore, checked by Walker. Off the screen, here's a baseline drive for Amore, off the window, pushed it off the right side of the rim, no good. Kitley an offensive board. Kitley trying to find somewhere to go with it as we get a foul on the floor before the shot. It goes against Green. And it looks like Kitley will be heading to the free throw line. Virginia Tech in the bonus with 5 fouls in the third quarter. 2:26 left to go in the third quarter of action. Virginia Tech leads it by 5, 38-33. Kitley has struggled from the free throw line. I guess if you're Tennessee, she's the girl to foul.
Well, and Elizabeth Kitley may be having her worst offensive game not only of the season, maybe of her career right now. 1 of 11 from the floor. She does hit the first one at the line, giving her 3 points, but still doing work on the offensive glass there to steal some points.
And the crowd comes alive when she hits it in support. As she knocks down 2 in a row, nothing but net on the second attempt. Starting to find a groove a little bit from the line. Just took a couple of reps. 40-33 your score. 2:21 and counting left to play. Quarter number 3, Virginia Tech, their largest lead of the day, by 7. Now Horsten along the right side will take a drive. Floater in the air, pushed it off the right end of the rim. Left that one short. A foul is called. Puckett fell out of bounds. We'll await the call, and it does go against the Hokies. And it goes against Emily Lytle. So now it's going to be Brooklyn Miles to inbound for Tennessee. Fresh 20 on the shot clock, gets it into Walker. Look at the defense out of Georgia Amore, and a foul is called. I don't know about that one, Lyman. I thought that she played pretty textbook defense I didn't see a lot of contact, but nonetheless, the refs are going to blow the whistle there.
Yeah, tough one there for Amore. Looked like she was just trying to get in her way, but maybe a little too much contact as she didn't turn around and look for the ball.
Miles off the green on the inside. Back to Horsten along the left wing. Horsten, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Rattled off, no good. Offensive rebound there for Walker as she went up with it and got tied up. Could have been an up and down. They elected to go with a jump ball there, and we're going to stay on this side as Virginia Tech got the possession arrow last time, so Tennessee basketball it will be. In to throw it in is Miles. Miles standing on the G of the Virginia Tech logo. Green, a drive at Kitley, got it poked away by Shepard. Shepard a 2-on-1 off the floor. Asia Shepard to the tin, and she left it too far to the rim and missed it. And it's Horsten off the Puckett. In the corner, it's Miles to a cutting Green. Bodying down Shepard, puts it off the window and down.
Shepard played good defense there. Surprised there wasn't any call. It seemed like there had to be either a block or a charge called.
And they went with neither and decided to let them play. As your score currently sits 40-35, 1:29 left to go in quarter number 3. We got ourselves a good one from Cassell Coliseum in Blacksburg. Georgia Amore crossing midcourt. Gives it off to Asia Shepard on the left wing. Off a screen from Kitley. Here's Shepard. Shepard to Kitley once again. She calls for Shepard to come back to ball. Baseline drive for Shepard off the window and in. Asia Shepard has taken over the game. 24 points on the day.
And Hokies back up by 7, pulling away without much contribution from Elizabeth Kitley,
who leads the team in points this season with 19.6 points per game. Green, left elbow jumper, pushed it to the right side. Offensive rebound. Horsten was in the right place at the right time, puts it up and in. Timeout called on the floor for the Lady Vols by head coach Kelly Harper. What do you think it is that Coach Harper is assessing to her team right now? They find themselves down 5. Your score is 42-37. 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. You're definitely not out of this, but it's go time if you're the Lady Vols.
I think on the offensive end, you're saying you got to clean it up. Too many mistakes for this Tennessee team. You look at the turnover numbers, 16 giveaways for this team so far. And on the other end, you got to stop Asia Shepard. That's the only way you're going to win this game. Asia Shepard getting close to her own record of 8 threes made in the game. She's got 6 and 24 points. So that's what they need to do. Clean up on the offensive end and stop 2 on the other end if you're going to win this game.
I'll say this about Elizabeth Kitley. She might not be doing it in the box score and putting up the numbers in the stat column, but almost every time Asia Shepard's open for a shot, it's coming off of a big screen from Elizabeth Kitley. So she's still been a huge part of the ball movement of this offense, but especially setting up the players around her. And her and Shepard are kind of that duo tandem. She comes and sets that screen, Shepard comes off, and she's almost wide open every single time.
And we talked about it early on in the game. The 2 leading scorers for this team, Elizabeth Kitley, Jordan Horsten, have both not played well today. Horsten is 1 of 9 from the floor for 4 points. Elizabeth Kitley, 1 of 11 for 5 points. So you're not getting contributions from your usual players who are giving you 15, 20 points. How do you get past that? Hokies have had their second option, a pretty good one in Asia Shepard, step up. Can Tennessee find that other option who's going to come through late for them and get them this win?
Well, one thing remains certain. We got ourselves a barn burner here in Blacksburg. 42-37 your score. Hokies lead it with just 48.6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a very brief break on 3304 Sports, and we'll be right back with an exciting fourth quarter and a conclusion to the third right here on 3304 Sports. Welcome back here on 3304 Sports from Cassell Coliseum. Your score 42-37. Hokies lead it. Just under 40 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Asia Shepard, deep 3, left it short off the front of the rim. Jordan Horsten pulled it away on the ACC logo. Giovanni Heater alongside Jake Lyman with you on 3304 Sports. We have ourselves a good one. 11th ranked Tennessee comes into Cassell Coliseum trying to invade Blacksburg, and the Hokies have had something to say about it so far. Fadeaway shot for Green off the spin away from Kitley, and better defense by Kitley allows the miss as Georgia Amor crosses midcourt with it with some speed for Virginia Tech. Amor tried to go coast to coast, lost it off her own knee, and will go the other way. An unforced error for the Hokies. As now we'll get a reset here, and Tennessee will head up the floor. Letting the ball roll in front of her is Miles. Amor playing full court defense. Crossing midcourt is Miles. Crossover, floater on the right side, and she sticks it at the buzzer from the right elbow. Brooklyn Miles. That's a little bit of a confidence booster going into the fourth quarter if you're Tennessee. Draws this one to a one-possession, three-point game. 42-39 is your score through 3 quarters of play. Jake, we got ourselves a great basketball game.
We do, and that's a big shot there from Miles. End of the quarter, get some momentum heading into that final frame. Going to be a good one. I think this one's going down to the wire in Blacksburg.
Absolutely. Well, we'll take one more brief break here on 3304 Sports. Don't you go anywhere. We got a fantastic fourth quarter coming up for you. Virginia Tech and the 11th ranked Tennessee Volunteers going down to the wire from Blacksburg. Welcome back on 3304 Sports here in Blacksburg. Giovanni Heater alongside Jake Lyman with you. Virginia Tech leading by 3 over the 11th ranked Tennessee Volunteers. 42-39 your score. 1 quarter left on the clock. Virginia Tech with a huge opportunity in front of them to get a win over a top 15 team. And on the other side, Tennessee trying to go 8-0 on the season. Georgia Amor gives it back to the top of the key. It was Baines. Now Asia Shepard along the right wing off a screen from Baines. Kicks it out to the corner. Hokies moving the ball well once again. Georgia Amor will take a drive. Feed inside to Kitley. Got that one poked away, and Key ends up with it for the Volunteers. Up the floor goes Horsten. Horsten top of the key. Feed inside Puckett. Puckett spinning on Baines. Puts it off the window and in, and we got ourselves a 1-point ball game in Blacksburg.
Tennessee working in transition there. Great job to get it to Puckett inside, and a good move to drop that one off the glass.
Georgia Amor checked at the top of the key by Miles. Amor gives it off to a cutting Asia Shepard. Shepard kicks it to the corner as it finds the hands of Kayla King. It took a long time to get there, and we'll get an offensive foul. An illegal screen goes against Baines. We'll head the other way as a fist pump comes from Puckett and Miles.
Tough start to the quarter for Virginia Tech. Just a minute in, back-to-back turnovers, and now Tennessee has a chance to take the lead right back. Not where the Hokies hoped they would be at this point.
42-41 your score. 9 minutes left to go. Quarter number 4. Key left wing. Gives it off to Horsten. Horsten trying to find somewhere to go with it. Checked by King. Gives it off to Miles. Feed inside. Key going around Kitley, and she puts it off the window and in. Tennessee now leads by 1, 43-42, and we had ourselves a 5-point swing.
Big play there from Key, finally getting it going on the offensive end.
Top of the key, Georgia Amor. Amor off the screen from Baines. Amor a baseline drive. Amor kicks it out. Kayla King, top of the key, 3. Yes! Kayla King from downtown. The Hokies needed it, and Kayla King gave it to them. 45-43. Virginia Tech leads it by 2 and retakes the lead with 8:13 and counting left to go, quarter number 4. Here's Puckett along the right elbow. Puckett goes at Baines, got her shot blocked. Baines tried to keep it in bounds, but the referee will say her toe touched the baseline right on the N in the word Virginia Tech along that baseline, as we'll get an inbound from Miles. 14 seconds left on the shot clock for Tennessee. Ball's passed in to Horsten. Horsten momentarily got it poked away by Amor. Feed to the inside, it's Key, spinning on Kitley, off the window and in again. Tamari Key is owning that matchup down the stretch of this ball game, Mr. Lyman, and Tennessee ties it up at 45 apiece with 7:48 left to go in the last frame. Top of the key, Baines swings it to Amor. Amor off a screen from Kitley. Amor goes at Key, swirls around, kicks it out. Kayla King, 3-ball in the air, yes, plus the foul. Kayla King with an opportunity for a 4-point play. Are you kidding me?
Kayla King had not scored in the first 3 quarters. Back-to-back huge threes with the contact there. Hokies could make this a 4-point game once again. Not going to find a much bigger shot than that for Kayla King.
Well, that got the crowd into it here at Cassell Coliseum. Kayla King knows that that was a big one, a chance for a 4-point play at the free throw line. Hokies now take a 3-point lead, 48-45. 7:36 left to go here in quarter number 4. Kayla King sets her feet, lets it fly, and now the lead is 2 possessions, 4-point ball game. Hokies lead it. 49-45 your score, 7.5 to go. Here's Miles, gives it off. Horsten along the right side. Feed inside to Key. Double team from Asia Shepard. Now Horsten again. Lets a heave go. Tightly contested by the Hokies. It was Kayla King that had the most pressure in her face. And a rebound pulled away for the Virginia Tech. Crossing midcourt is Amor. Shepard lost it on the pass. That one was a little too strong for Shepard to handle as it goes out of bounds, touching the First Bank and Trust Company logo along the video boards. And we'll go the other way. A 4-point game still remains, 49-45, 7:11 to go. What do you think Tennessee has to do right now, Lyman?
They got to swing the momentum back. Crowd getting back into it. Hokies just blew a chance to possibly bring this to 6 or 7 points.
Here's Walker. That's a 3 fly. Left alone. You can't leave her alone. Jordan Walker knocks it down from 3-point land. Only 26.3% on the year. But when you give her that much space, she's automatic. Now Georgia Amor going at Miles, standing on the Carillion Clinic logo. Here's Elizabeth Kitley off to Baines. Kitley again. Asia Shepard got fouled on the 3. She'll head to the free throw line for a trifecta.
Shepard, great job realizing that the defender was a little bit out of control, was able to jump straight up in the air and get the contact. She'll shoot 3 at the line. And you mentioned, Gio, Jordan Walker, 26% three-point shooter entering the game. She's 4 of 4 today. That's what Tennessee's needed to stay in this game.
Asia Shepard at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. Shepard is now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe today. Second one up in the air, and it's good. Asia Shepard knocks him down once again. And she's got a chance at a third. Shepard hits all 3. 51-48 your score. 52-48 rather. 6.5 minutes left to play in the ball game, and Virginia Tech has some momentum. Miles gives it off to Puckett on the left wing. Checked by Kayla King. Puckett at midcourt. Puckett gives it off to Miles along the left wing once again. Feed to the inside. King tried to go at Kitley. Got it poked away. Hokies up the floor with it in fast break transition. Asia Shepard off a screen from Baines. Step back 3, and that one too strong. Offensive rebound by Baines. And a whistle is finally blown. It looks like we get a timeout called by Kenny Brooks. The Hokies will have a possession with a fresh 19 on the shot clock. How about this atmosphere right now, Jake, in Cassell Coliseum?
And Azana Baines, a big reason for that big cheer right there. Not having a great game offensively. 1 of 6, just 2 points, but doing all she can, skying up for that rebound right there to get that ball for the Hokies. Going to stay with Virginia Tech, a 4-point lead. Hokies need to start to pull away here if they want to get out of here with a win.
52-48 your score. Virginia Tech leads it by 4. 6:05 left to go in quarter number 4. Don't go anywhere. Giovanni Heater along Jake Lyman with you on 3304 Sports. Down the stretch, we promise a good one. Welcome back here on 3304 Sports. 52-48. Hokies lead it over the 11th ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Giovanni Heater along Jake Lyman with you. Ball's inbounded, 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Asia Shepard, straightaway 3, got it! Asia Shepard from downtown, and she is unconscious. 30 points on the ball game over the top 15 Vols. Here's Puckett along the left wing. Tennessee in desperate need of a response. Floater off the mark, no good. Key the putback, she got it. Inbound by Baines. Amor up the floor, crossing the VT logo. 5-point ball game, 55-54, 5.5 minutes left to go, quarter number 4. Asia Shepard off the screen from Baines. Step back 3, she hit it, but it didn't matter. A foul on the floor before the shot. and the crowd wishes that one counted. Jake, she looks like a woman possessed out there right now.
She does. 7 of 13 from long range, one away from tying her own record for most threes in a game set last year against Virginia. A chance to get 8 there, but I think she'll take the foul there. Hokies still up by 5.
5.5. Virginia Tech leads it by 5. 55-50 your score. Kayla King, feed to Shepard. Shepard thought about a step back pop. Shepard pulls it back away. And she'll drive for a floater. Left that one too strong. Key pulls away the rebound. Up the floor we go with Walker right to left. Here's Walker on the left wing. Walker feeds the inside. Puckett spinning on Kayla King. Lays it up and in. Puckett's had herself a really nice game today, keeping her team in it. Back to a one-possession ball game. The true freshman has played fantastic down the stretch for Tennessee.
Yeah, top 50 player out of Alabama, showing her potential right now.
Feed to the right side. Again, it's Shepard. Now Kitley in the middle. Kitley got it poked away by Horsten. And up the floor go the Vols. Horsten. Feed to Walker. A three-pointer will tie it. A two will bring it within 1. Horsten right wing. Back to Walker in the corner. Feed inside. Puckett. Puckett. The left-handed floater rattles off the rim and in. 1-point game, and Tennessee with a 4-point swing. 55-54 your score. 4.5 minutes left to go. This one has far from disappointed.
Back and forth we go.
Asia Shepard along the right wing. Off the screen from Bain. Shepard, step back pop. Off the rim, no good. Diving for the rebound is Horsten. And up we go with Tennessee again. A chance to take the lead. Horsten, feed inside the key, and a foul is called on the floor. That's going to be the 4th foul on Virginia Tech. 1 foul away from Tennessee being in the bonus.
4 minutes remaining, so Hokies going to have to be careful. Jordan Horsten out there also playing with 4 fouls, so she can't be quite as aggressive, especially on the defensive end as well.
55-54 your score, 4:01 left to play. Ball's inbounded to Puckett. She lets one fly from that right elbow, and she knocks it down. Puckett has had 3 baskets in a row. That's 6 points in a row for Tennessee as she takes the lead for the Vols, 56-55. Top of the key, Baines gives it off Amor. Feed inside to Kitley. Off to Shepard. Shepard feed back to Kitley on the interior. Spinning, fading away from Key. Couldn't hit. She struggled from the inside. An incredible save by Puckett. Passes it behind her back to keep it in. Up the floor we go with Horsten. Horsten pulls it away, dribbling between her legs, and dishes it off to the point guard, Walker. Walker looks to the sideline, getting the call from the head coach, Kelly Harper. And it's Walker once again. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock is Puckett from the top of the key. Feed to Horsten. Horsten surveying the field, gives it off Puckett. Foul's called, and I believe that's going to send Tennessee to the free throw line.
It will. That's the 5th foul on, that's only the 4th foul on the Hokies, so I believe it'll still be an inbounds here. But now the next foul will send Tennessee to the free throw line. Hokies felt like they had this one in control, but Puckett has taken over the last 2 minutes.
Walker to inbound. Gets it in, top of the key. Horsten going at Kitley. Crossover dribble. Drive to the inside. Kitley, good defense. Key pulls away a rebound, and a foul is called against Kayla King. And now that is Kayla King's 4th foul. And you'd think that Tennessee would shoot free throws here. And we're still going to get an inbound, it looks like, but a timeout's called on the floor. Looks like Kenny Brooks thinks it's time to talk things over. Still only down 1, 56-55, 3:02 left to go on the clock, but the momentum seems to have shifted in favor of the Volunteers.
It has. After Asia Shepard hit that 3 to put her up to 30 points on the day, it felt like the Hokies were going to start to run away with this thing, but Tennessee has roared right back. Sarah Puckett, 6 straight points to pull Tennessee back on top, and a great save along this near sideline to keep that ball with Tennessee. Hokies need to lock down on the defensive end, get a stop, and then hope they can hit enough shots to pull this one out.
Sarah Puckett has been doing it all down the stretch. Came into today averaging 6.4 points per game. Again, the true freshman guard from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. As both teams take the court once again here at Cassell Coliseum. Again, thanks so much for tuning in with us for a fun one on 3304 Sports. It's Brooklyn Miles to inbound for Tennessee. Gets it into Walker. Off to Horsten. Horsten checked by Kayla King. Horsten with the floater, and she knocks it down. Now your score 58-55, 2:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point ball game, and they've completely taken the wind out of the sails of this Hokies offense. Kayla King off to Asia Shepard. Now Georgia Amore right wing off the screen. Amore feed to the inside. Kitley, and it's poked away by Key. She's done it all day long, not even letting the entry pass get to Kitley on the inside.
Hokies were up by 7 with 5 minutes left in this game. 10-0 run from Tennessee, and now a chance to get it to 2 possessions.
Jordan Walker at the top of the key gives it off to Brooklyn Miles. Miles on the right wing, down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got it poked away by Asia Shepard. Key's able to pick it up for Tennessee, now down to 4. Horsten with 3, with 2. A heave from the left elbow, nothing but net. Are you kidding me? Jordan Horsten. She's been quiet all day long, but she's got 2 buckets in a row. It's a 5-point game. Tennessee leads it 60-55. 1:51 left to go. Georgia Amore kicks it off to the left wing. Horsten trying to draw the foul off to Kayla King, top of the key. Now it's Amore once again. Amore down to 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now 5, down to 4. Amore, step back 3 with 2. Knocks it down with 1 second to spare on the shot clock. Makes it a 2-point game once again. Man, did the Hokies need a bucket there. Georgia Amore delivered.
Huge shot from Amore. Now Hokies need to play well on the defensive end.
60-58 your score. Down to 1 minute and 11 seconds and counting left to go in the ball game. Puckett gives it off to Walker. Here's Walker. Down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Walker going at Amore. Puckett, right wing 3. Rattled off the rim, no good. Key the putback, plus the foul. Tamari Key, are you kidding? A force on the inside. She makes it a 4-point ball game, a chance to stretch the lead to 5 with just under a minute to go. 62-58. Your score with 58.6 left to go. And Virginia Tech has struggled to rebound down the stretch of this game, and the best rebounding team in the country has had a lot of second chance points today, Jake.
And the Hokies did a great job on Key and Horsten early in the game, but guess what? Now they've got their last 6 points in crucial time.
Key missed the opportunity for a 4-point play or a 3-point play there. Pushed it too strong off the back of the iron. A rebound, Kayla King, and a timeout called by Kenny Brooks. Hokies down 3, 62, or down 4 rather, 62-58. 57.9 left to go here in the fourth quarter. What is Kenny Brooks telling his team right now, Mr. Lyman?
I think they're telling him you don't need to force up a shot here. You've still got a minute. You need points on this possession, and you would prefer them to happen before you get under 30 seconds. Don't want to play super late in this shot clock. You want to get the ball in the bucket early, allow yourself to play defense and not have to start to foul too early. But Tennessee hasn't been that great at the free throw line. Hokies have to feel like they're still right in this game if they can have a couple of good offensive possessions in a row.
Again, 62-58 is your score, 57.9. Tennessee trying to go 8-0 on the season. Trying to get inside of the top 10 with a win over Virginia Tech today. And on the other side, Hokies are looking for that marquee win. 47-0 is Kenny Brooks in the non-conference here at home at Cassell Coliseum. Has never lost in the non-conference in his tenure on Carillion Clinic Court, and that is much in jeopardy right now with under a minute left to go against the 11th ranked Vols.
And it's that 12-0 run from Tennessee that has completely flipped this game. Virginia Tech, after an Asia Shepard 3, went up by 7 after that 12 straight Tennessee points. Hokies need a little run of their own here. It has to start on this possession. If you come up empty on this one, you're probably not going to find a way back in this game.
Georgia Amore to inbound. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 57.9 on the game clock. Amore gets it into Kitley. Amore thought about a 3, now takes a baseline drive, gets it out to Asia Shepard. Pump fake, Shepard tightly checked. 3-pointer in the air, rattled it off the rim, no good. A rebound by Key, and the size advantage over Kitley shows off there. Up the left wing with Jordan Horsten. Horsten's going to hold it at the top. There's about 15 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. 30 seconds left to go in the ball game. It's Horsten along the right side. Hokies down 4, 62-58 your score, 27.3 left to go, and a foul is called on the floor. So Jordan Horsten will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
2 shots here for Horsten. Going to be important here that she at least misses 1 so the Hokies can go down and not be down by 6. Going to be tough to get back in this game if you have to hit a 3, then force 2 misses at the free throw line on the other end, and then another 3. Hokies are hoping that Horsten will miss at least 1, keep them in this game.
Horsten at the charity stripe. She hasn't done much so far today, but she has lit it up down the stretch of this basketball game, and big-time players show up in big-time moments. Was a McDonald's All-American MVP, the number 2 overall player in her class, and she misses the first free throw.
Hokies have to be smart here, have to get this rebound. The good news for them, Tamari Key is standing in the backcourt. Don't have to contend with her for this board.
Horsten with 25.4 left to go on the game clock. Knocks down the second free throw. Hokies trail by 5 now, 63 to 58. 25.4 as we just mentioned. And a timeout called by Kenny Brooks. What's the play right now by the Hokies? I feel like you have to get the ball to Asia Shepherd. Problem with that, everybody's going to see that coming.
Tennessee's going to know that you want to get the ball into Asia Shepherd's hands. I think a smart play here for Virginia Tech maybe to use Shepherd as a decoy of sorts. You've got good three-point shooters with Kayla King and Georgia Amore. They've showed it today, both hitting some clutch shots from beyond the arc. I think you have to do that. Force them to Asia Shepherd and then find an open shooter on the three-point line. You can get it back to a 2-point game. Give yourself a shot if you get another miss at the free throw line.
And I think as good as she is, I mean, the leading scorer on this team, you got to keep the ball out of Elizabeth Kitley's hands because Key has had a dominance factor over her down the stretch of this game. Kitley, top of the key. Asia Shepherd falls into a three-pointer, off the mark, picks up the miss. Three-pointer in the air, foul on the floor before the shot. And it looks like it goes against Virginia Tech on the rebound. So heading to the free throw line to shoot 2, I believe will be Walker.
Yeah, and Emily Lytle just got out of control there. Obviously, you're in desperation mode. You got to try and get that offensive rebound, but out of control, knocked her over. Going to call that every single time.
And that'll likely do it here for the Hokies, barring maybe 2 misses as Walker knocks down the front end of the pair. That makes it 64 to 58 with 20.3 left to go on the clock. Second free throw is up and rattled off the rim, no good. Still a 2-possession game. Hokies trail by 6. 17 seconds left to go in the game. Asia Shepherd off the floor, off the screen from Kitley. 3 ball in the air, rattled off the front, left it short. Key the rebound, and it looks like Walker is going to dribble out the clock in Blacksburg. 3, 2, and 1. Tennessee survives their biggest scare so far of the season. 64 to 58, your final score from Cassell Coliseum, and a fire escape by the Volunteers.
Tough one there for Virginia Tech, but you're not going to win many games when the other team scores 16 of the final 19 points. Virginia Tech had this game in hand, but just could not stop the key players for Tennessee on the other side. With Horsten and Key in the paint late in that one, they scored 6 straight points to really put this one away for Tennessee. I mean, the Hokies got everything that Asia Shepherd had today with 30 points, 7 three-pointers, but just didn't have enough in the end. Always tough when your best player, Elizabeth Kitley, is 1 of 12 from the floor. Hokies look to bounce back down the road, but this was an opportunity for them that they came up empty.
Yeah, ACC play will be coming up before we know it. And how about Tennessee? On the other side, they get themselves to 8-0 on the season, probably going to eclipse the top 10 of the AP poll come tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's a big win for Tennessee. Obviously, not easy to come into this place and get a victory against a Virginia Tech team that really was hungry for a big win, especially after how they played in Puerto Rico, but unable to come out on top. Again, Elizabeth Kitley having such a tough night is always going to be a tough thing to overcome for Virginia Tech when you can't get stuff in the paint. Hokies tried to make up for it with their three-point shooting, making 12 shots from long range, but they shot 34% from the field, a lot of that coming in the paint, their misses. So Hokies unable to pull it out, but still have to feel like they're good enough to play with a team at the level of Tennessee down the road when they get into the NCAA tournament this year.
And trust us, there's plenty of talent in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Let's take a quick look at the stats before we wrap things up here from the Crow's Nest in Cassell Coliseum. Asia Shepard led the way for Virginia Tech with 30 points today, 2 rebounds, and assist as well. 2 steals. Georgia Amore, 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from downtown, had 12 points and 3 assists on the day. Emily Lytle had 3 points, 4 points for Elizabeth Kitley. Again, she struggled almost all day long, also went 2 for 6 from the charity stripe, and 7 points for Kayla King off the bench, hit a couple of big threes. Then on the other side for the Tennessee Volunteers, 2 points for Brooklyn Miles. Sarah Puckett, the true freshman off the bench, came in averaging just 6.5 points per game. She lit it up down the stretch with 15 points tonight. Jordan Walker led the way for the Volunteers with 17 points, 11 points for Key on the inside. I'd say she won that matchup against Kitley. Jordan Horsten had just 9 points, 8 points for Dye, 2 points for Green, and it was a final score of 64 to a Virginia Tech 58. The Tennessee Volunteers likely moving to the top 10 with a huge win over Virginia Tech, and the Hokies were oh so close to picking up a marquee win. Kenny Brooks falls for the first time at Cassell Coliseum in the non-conference in his tenure at Virginia Tech, now sits at 47-1. Mr. Lyman, your final remarks before we wrap things up today from Cassell.
Well, again, Virginia Tech proving they can play with teams of this level. Women's basketball for years have been so top-heavy with these teams that are just a lot better, and Tennessee is one of those programs that's been in that tier. Virginia Tech did not get blown off the court today. They played with Tennessee and probably should have won the game. Tennessee just had more at the very end. Hokies have to feel good about the way they played, maybe even if they don't feel good about the result right now.
Absolutely, couldn't agree with you more. I think it's safe to say that both teams have a bright future, and it's a very long season with lots of opportunity along the road ahead. Who knows, maybe they'll meet each other again in the NCAA tournament. But for now, your final score tonight from Blacksburg, 64-58. The 11th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers take down the mighty Virginia Tech Hokies. Well, that'll do it for us on 3304 Sports. Thank you so much for tuning in today of our coverage of non-conference women's basketball, the ACC versus the SEC. For all of our friends listening today and all of our people at 3304 Sports, for my broadcast partner, Jake Lyman, I'm Giovanni Heater. So long and good night from Blacksburg.